Falcons fans, buckle up. The 2025 season is here, and this could be the year everything changes. A brand new era, a brand new quarterback, a city hungry for glory. But the question is, will Atlanta rise to the moment, or will the weight of the spotlight crush them? Let's go game by game, because this journey is about to get real. Week 1. The Michael Penix Jr. era begins. The stage? Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The opponent? Tampa Bay. A divisional battle to open the season. No preseason snaps for the starters. No early rhythm, just raw energy, adrenaline, and pressure. And yet, I can feel it, Atlanta doesn't come out flat. They come out fighting. Tampa Bay throws punches, but the Falcons answer back. It's a nail-biter, a game that goes down to the final minutes. But I see the Dirty Birds holding on a statement win. Falcons 27, Buccaneers 24. Atlanta starts 1-0, and the city explodes with hope. Week 2, Minnesota. Now, this one's tricky. Rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy hasn't played a single NFL game. No one knows what to expect. But here's what we do know. Brian Flores, a defensive mastermind, a blitz-calling machine. And with right tackle Caleb McGarry gone for the year, the Falcons' offensive line is vulnerable. Flores is going to bring pressure, wave after wave of it. And that's where Atlanta stumbles. I've got the Vikings stealing this one, 23-6. Falcons fall to 1-1. Week 3. Carolina. And let's be honest, the Panthers are a mess. They lost Adam Thielen. Their defense was a disaster last season. Their secondary was torched all year long. This is where Michael Penix Jr. eats. This is where he shows off the arm, the confidence, the spark that made Atlanta believe in him. Falcons win big, 28-7, and suddenly, they're 2-1, the city buzzing, the hype building. But then, reality hits in Week 4. The Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels turned the league upside down as a rookie, and now they've armed him with Deebo Samuel and more weapons. Their defense is stronger, their O-line isn't elite, but it's enough. And Washington? They're looking like one of the scariest young teams in the NFL. Falcons fight hard, but it's not enough. 31-20, Commanders. Atlanta falls back to 2-2. 4 weeks in, the Falcons are sitting at 500. Hope is alive, but the schedule isn't letting up. The question is, can this team turn potential into results when it matters most? Falcons fans, how do you see it? Are they starting 3-1, 4-0? Or do you think the early bumps will slow them down? Drop your record prediction in the comments. Let's see who believes in the rise of the Dirty Birds. The bye week comes early in Atlanta's schedule, and that's both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it gives Michael Penix Jr. and Raheem Morris time to reset, adjust, and fine-tune. On the other hand, it sets the stage for one of the toughest stretches of the year. Week 6, the Buffalo Bills. Even in Atlanta, this feels like a storm rolling in. Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs, a defense loaded with veterans who feast on young quarterbacks. The Falcons fight. They move the ball, but the Bills have too much firepower, too much experience. Buffalo takes it 34-21, and suddenly the Dirty Birds are staring at 2-3. And then it gets even harder. Week 7, the San Francisco 49ers. This is a game Atlanta could win. But games aren't decided on could. They're decided on execution. The Falcons might lead for 3 quarters. They might silence that San Francisco crowd for a while. But when it matters most, Kyle Shanahan knows how to find a crack. Maybe it's a turnover. Maybe it's a busted coverage. Maybe it's just one perfect play call. Either way, the Niners slip away with a late win. Falcons fall to 2-4. At this point, the frustration builds. Fans are questioning. The noise gets louder. But here's the thing. This is where the story turns. Week 8. Miami. On paper, the Dolphins are fast, flashy, and dangerous. But without Jalen Ramsey, that secondary is shaky. Wide open, in fact. And this is where Penix strikes. Deep shots, explosive plays. Atlanta's offense finally looks unstoppable. Falcons grab a statement win at home, and the energy in Mercedes-Benz is electric. Week 9, New England. Michael Penix Jr. versus Drake May. Two young quarterbacks, two franchises chasing a future. The Patriots are better than people think. They've got Mike Vrabel now. They've got toughness. They've got fight. But in this moment, it's about who can deliver when it matters. Penix does. He makes the throws. He proves he's the better passer, the steadier hand. Falcons edge it out in a nail-biter, moving to 4-4 at the halfway point of the season. From 2-4 to 4-4, Atlanta climbs back to even. And now the season feels alive again. The fans can feel it. The locker room can feel it. The gauntlet of the first half is over. And what's ahead? Opportunity. Falcons fans at the midway mark. Do you see this team sitting at 500? Or do you believe they'll rise above it? Let's hear your mid-season record predictions in the comments. Now the Falcons hit the softest part of their schedule, and this is where they have to feast. Week 10, Indianapolis Colts. Let's be honest, this isn't just a game, it's a chance to send a message. The Colts are a mess. Daniel Jones is under center, still trying to prove he belongs in this league, but in Atlanta's eyes, he's nothing more than a roadblock to be crushed. The Falcons control this one from start to finish. The defense smothers. The offense moves the ball at will. It's dominant, it's convincing, and it's the kind of win that builds swagger. Falcons roll, 29-16. Week 11, Carolina Panthers again. And this time, it's in Atlanta. Get the brooms out, because this is a clean sweep. The Panthers can't keep up, not with this roster, not with Bryce Young still searching for answers. Sure, he's got flashes, but flashes don't win games in a hostile stadium against a division rival. The Falcons hold their ground, protect their turf, and walk away with another victory. 26-21, Atlanta. Week 12. New Orleans Saints. Falcons fans don't need any extra motivation for this one. Saints Week always speaks for itself. Rivalry. History. Bad blood. And now the Saints roll into Mercedes-Benz with either Spencer Rattler or maybe even Tyler Shaw under center. Do you really think a rookie quarterback is coming into Atlanta and stealing a win in this atmosphere? Not a chance. The Falcons' defense pins their ears back. The crowd shakes the dome, and Atlanta takes it 23-14. Another statement win. Week 13. New York Jets. The Falcons head north to face Justin Fields, a quarterback who still hasn't shaken the one-read label. On paper, the Jets have talent, but Atlanta knows how to frustrate Fields, keep him in the pocket, make him think, and force mistakes. And that's exactly what happens. The Dirty Birds grind out another win on the road, stacking yet another W onto the streak. By this point, something is building in Atlanta. Confidence, swagger, belief. What looked like a shaky start has turned into momentum. The Falcons are climbing, week by week, and fans can feel the energy shifting. The second half of the season isn't just survivable, it's a runway. Falcons fans, do you see this middle stretch as the turning point of the season? Could this be the run that makes Atlanta a playoff lock? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your mid-season predictions. The road doesn't stay smooth forever. After stacking wins in the middle stretch, the Falcons hit another gauntlet, and this is where the season's true character is tested. Week 14, Seattle Seahawks. The Battle of the Birds. This one feels like a coin flip from the jump. Atlanta is at home, the dome rocking, but Seattle is no pushover. Their defense is still nasty, and their roster has just enough firepower to make life hard for Michael Penix Jr. It turns into one of those tense, grinding matchups where every possession feels like life or death. In the end, Seattle sneaks out with a late score, stealing it 23-20. Heartbreaker for the Dirty Birds, but not a collapse. Week 15. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the second meeting of the season, and the Bucs know how much this one means for the division. Tampa's offense has been firing, and this time at home, they managed to fend off Atlanta's push. It's hard-fought, it's physical, but the Falcons can't quite seal it 28-21 Buccaneers. And just like that, Atlanta takes another hit. Week 16, Arizona Cardinals. But this is where Atlanta bounces back. The Cardinals? A team in chaos. Kyler Murray's future is murky, trade rumors circling, and the locker room doesn't have the same belief that Atlanta does. The Falcons come in, handle business, and walk out with a decisive victory. It's not flashy, it's not perfect, but it's the kind of professional win you need late in the year. Week 17, Los Angeles Rams. A cross-country trip, a brutal test. The Rams are built for big moments. Veterans everywhere. Championship experience still hanging in that locker room. Atlanta fights. They scrap, they don't fold. But the Rams are just sharper when it matters. 27-20 Los Angeles. Another close loss, another lesson. Week 18, New Orleans Saints. The final week, the final chapter. A trip into enemy territory with everything on the line. Saints fans pack the dome, but this is Atlanta's statement game. This is where they show who they've become. Michael Penix Jr. looks fearless. Bijan Robinson puts the exclamation point on his breakout. Drake London and Kyle Pitts rise up in big moments. The defense forces turnovers. It's not just a win, it's a demolition. 35-19 Falcons. The Dirty Birds sweep their bitter rivals, and they do it in dominant fashion. When the dust settles, the Falcons finish 10-7. Not perfect, not easy, but powerful. A season of growth, resilience, and the birth of something real. The rookie quarterback proving he belongs. The young star stepping up. The defense bending but refusing to break. Atlanta doesn't just survive the season, they announce themselves as a legitimate contender in the NFC South. And the best part? This feels like only the beginning. Falcons fans, here's the question. Is 10-7 the true ceiling for this team, or just the first step in something bigger? Drop your thoughts below. Over or under? Where do you stand?